Hope everybody's doing good. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Google Home Hub, or Nest Hub, as it's also called. Coming in around $100. I really never saw any need to pick one of these up. We've been really happy with our Google Home speaker that we've had here for the last about 4 years, but it is starting to get a little long in the tooth, and I thought, you know, hey, very cool. I got a coupon from Google directly a couple weeks ago that basically had anybody that has a YouTube Premium account can get one for $40 off. So ended up getting this for about $50, and I figured that was a pretty acceptable price point to finally check one of these screen displays in my dining room and see what it's all about. I figured worst case scenario that it would be a nice little digital photo frame that could be kind of always on and rotating through things, and at best case scenario that we would really like it and end up, maybe going to the max version later on down the road. But anywho, went ahead and picked it up. So if you are a YouTube Premium subscriber, check your inbox or your spam, see if you got that coupon, and see if this is maybe something that you're interested in. So we're gonna unbox this. We're gonna check it out. Take a look at the build quality. Been using it for a little while now since we received it. The shipping was really fast, and really, pretty much what I can say so far about it is it's delightfully useless. But yeah, so here it is. That's the unit. It's fairly small. It's a 7-inch screen. The resolution, I'm not sure exactly what the resolution is, but it's good enough. It feels pretty good. It's got quite a good weight to it. It came fairly well packaged. Came with lots of protective screens and things on it. One thing I will say that I'm quite disappointed is that in this new round of home devices that Google has, they still did not put a USB-C port for power on it. It's still a barrel jack, just like the Nest Mini and the home speaker. So that's quite disappointing. It does have a switch to turn all the microphones off if you do not want it listening to you. It has a nice backing texture on the back of the screen and a cloth wrap around the speakers. I'd say that the speakers themselves are the equivalent to about a $30 Bluetooth speaker. Nothing to write home about on that one, but what it does mean is that it's better than a phone, a tablet, or a laptop, uh, and by a good amount. And it sounds nice and clear. It gets fairly loud, but it's not by any means great sounding. Yeah, but it has a lot of little sensors and things around the top of the bezel. Most of that is the microphones, and there's also a light sensor on there because it will auto dim. Yeah, there's that barrel jack. It's disappointing to see the barrel jack still hanging out in these devices. I really wish they were Type C, just so we could truly unify everything. But the claim to fame on this is that it should work with our Nest thermostat and be able to control a bunch of stuff, the lights and things like that. Now, we don't have like smart lights all over the house. There's a couple in the house, but we do have a Nest thermostat, and to be quite honest with you, even after setting this up, we haven't used it to control the Nest thermostat. We still pretty much just use our phones or just walk by the thermostat and tap it. It really hasn't changed how we interact with the Nest thermostat at all. I could see maybe if this had like a camera array on it, maybe using it more for like hangouts and things like that, but really I don't even see that being a huge draw for normal folks. Because most people, I think, when they're doing a video chat or something like that with their family or whatever, they have a tendency to, walk around a little bit. I know like when my wife is video chatting with her family, she's got her phone and she's usually, baking or something like that, and they're all checking that stuff out because it just feels like a more fluid interaction. Just sitting there in a single position looking at a screen, it doesn't really, give that organic vibe of actually being in the room with someone that you're kind of trying to emulate with a video chat. The screen does look nice. It gets bright. The light sensor that's on there is actually quite good. It dims like at night when we go to bed. If you are getting this expecting it to have a Android interface, it does not. It really doesn't have much in the way of interface at all. But what it does allow you to do is access and do a few settings on all your other Google Home devices that are around, and it doesn't let you set up speaker groups in this. You still have to do that from the Android app, but it was quite a nice little addition to the dining room speaker group with the Google Home speaker that we have on top of the cupboard. Just kind of filled it out a little bit more. So that was quite nice. But what I've found in these last couple weeks of using this is that one, it is a fantastic photo frame. Like, I was never one to recommend or even purchase a digital photo frame. I thought they were stupid and pointless, and just go to your local print shop, get a nice quality print of a photo that you want to display. But having the just couple added extra features of the Home Hub makes it like really cool as a digital photo frame. What I did was I set up an album on my Google Drive and put all of our wedding photos in there. So there's like 900 or 1,000 wedding photos, and it just cycles through all of them. Now, we would never have been able to afford to have 900 high quality prints made at a print shop, but this has like even the silly ones, the stuff that you wouldn't get printed. It's just nice that it kind of like scrolls through them. Yeah, there's the Nest interface. Like I said, we really haven't used it. I leave the furnace at 69. But yeah, so it's fine. But the photo frame aspect of it is really good. And then at night, like it kind of like learns your schedule, I guess. Because as soon as we turn the lights out in the rest of the house, it goes to like a night mode, which it just essentially shuts the backlight off and kind of displays a clock on there. And then when I get up in the morning, as soon as I turn the light on in the dining room when I'm walking through, it switches back to the photo frame. One of the other really cool things about the Nest Hub is the ability to cast. And anytime you're using an app and you see a cast icon, it can be cast to the hub, which is super cool. But with that being said, even though it has the Netflix casting, you can cast YouTube, Netflix, Plex cast to it. Anything that has a cast icon can be cast to it. It does not, however, have an on-screen interface for any of those. You can add the Netflix, Hulu, and a couple other apps to it, but they only give you like a what's hot or trending, or like if you want to pick up where you left off on a show, you can do that, but you can't actually like browse any of those libraries. You have to use your phone or another device, go to the video that you specifically want to watch and cast that, which is, I guess, kind of strange, kind of not strange, but it's fine. You have a couple different ways to control the volume. You can control the volume from the casting device. You can also control it from the hub itself. It's got a volume rocker on the right hand side on the back. You can play pause from the screen. You can also pause it during voice. I have found that the voice controls are actually quite snappy and accurate. I don't know if that would hold true if you have like not a so great internet connection, but we have fiber here, so it works really, really well. Very impressed um, with the voice controls of the unit itself. The touchscreen is a little sluggish. It doesn't always pick up, like my fingers. It doesn't always pick up on first swipe, but I also have fairly rough calloused fingers, so that does tend to happen with, I guess you'd say, lower end screens. I wouldn't say that this is full HD. I think it's somewhere around the 720p mark if I had to take a guess at it, because it doesn't seem like it's quite full HD, but it is totally cool for like a great example would be this morning. My wife and I were eating breakfast, and I just tapped on my phone and cast Paranorman over from the Google Play movie library, and we just had a really nice breakfast with it kind of playing there on the table at the end of the table. And that's kind of what makes it like delightfully useless, because it doesn't really make anything particularly greater about our day-to-day lives, but it does have like this little like fun niche in our day-to-day lives with having the pictures and being able to shoot a video over to it or something like that. So at the $50 mark, if you are a YouTube Premium subscriber and you get it for that $50, I would totally do it, just because it's just kind of fun. But at the $100 mark, to me, it does not seem even remotely worth $100. But I'll leave that decision to you guys. Let me know what you think. Thanks for stopping by and checking out the video. I really appreciate everybody stopping by. A couple of my videos have been really just racking up some views, and I've gotten some great dialogue with people on there. Not always my opinion, not for, not against, just some really good interaction. So I just want to thank you guys a lot. If you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like on this video, and hit the bell if you want to get notified for other stuff. I just got a freight package in yesterday with my next project, and that's probably going to be a 4 or 5 part project, so I'm really excited to get into that one. And if you haven't already, check out my Instagram, because I'm going to be posting a lot of pictures from my upcoming project. That's going to be a multi-parter. I expect this project will probably run me into 2021. So yeah, we're going to get that underway. And everyone have a really great day, and be safe out there, and just be kind to each other. Goodbye.